Hi everybody. Hello everybody, can you hear us all? I do a bit. Misty, I see you've been in for the beginning again, Mrs. And thank you for the compliment about the photo. It's amazing what filters can do, isn't it? Anyway, guys, this is NK Hauntings for Ireland. I know there's only Misty and Dobie in at the moment. I'll give you a couple of minutes for everybody to come in. Just if you want to introduce yourself, share the links out, guys, as well.
Hey. Hello.
The girl, this is NK Hauntings. If you want to just, because everybody will come in and they'll chat, but anyway, so just.
We shared from our Facebook again there, so hopefully get a few over.
Okay. No, Bob, we'll wait a wee couple of minutes. We're 5 now, folks. We'll keep it going anyway.
Just, yeah.
But nobody's really been live for a couple of days though in our group before. We've been kind of lacking, haven't we?
My last live was Saturday night, and I had that guy for Haunted History on.
That's right.
And that was interesting. I was talking about the battlefields and the ghosts and spirits and battlefields. And
that was interesting. With the battlefields. No, it wasn't Danny. It was another guy. Hi everybody. You've got to declare yourselves. And you want to pop up and say hiya so we know who's on.
Hello, Master Cat.
Misty and Dobie. Hatchy. Oh, Hatchy is in. Hello, my friend. Our favourite mod. Everybody's favourite mod. And Liam's in as well. Hi, Liam.
There's the link in the chat for your group, so you can
Shelley.
Get some extra subscribers.
Welcome, girlies.
Where's the chat? Let's see the chat
here. There's the chat link, guys. That's for the lassie's chat. That's for the lassie's channel if you want to grab it before we get started.
Don't worry, I'll post it every now and then.
Yeah.
We'll keep posting it up as we go along anyway. You know how it works, don't you? And remember, guys, you're welcome to share your links. If you're on the blue and can share them, let us know and we'll try and get that fixed. I'm no good technically. If no, I will post it in the chat afterwards for you up in the comments. Thanks, everybody. We've got 11 in now. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm trying to let you all come in.
I get 5 minutes then, still.
Try and declare yourself, guys, just so we can say hiya to you. We've got our usual Hatchy, and that's in. I've not spoke to you for a couple of days, Hatchy. That's weird. Usually we're live every couple of days. And this is NK Hauntings. This is Nicola and Nicola. Don't tell me because I'll get it. That's terrible. That's what right with my head. Kim.
That's it, Kim. Nikki and Kim.
That's ridiculous. My memory's terrible, honestly. I have to go live with somebody because I'm just
it happened to me one night. I had an important guest on, and he was quite a famous guy in the UFO conspiracy. And I went, and welcome to... And I'm like, oh no, I forgot his name.
Hi, Catherine and Sarah. That's why I like you so much too, because, and I'm not being rude when I say this, but I noticed that you kind of make a lot of muck-ups as well, especially you, Nicola, with like talking and things. You like your words the words you want don't come out.
They don't come out.
I'm like you. I've not got the words. And you just have to be yourself in these circumstances, don't you?
We find people enjoy it more when you stuff, you know.
Right, guys, I'm going to just get started because we've got 13 in now and I'm eager for you to learn about the girls, okay? Mind we've only live to probably 10:30, 11-ish. So I want you to get to know these girls and I want you to please subscribe to them and watch their videos because they're much like Haunted Finders and like ourselves. They're funny. And they make everything fun, okay? So this is Nicola and Kim at NK Hauntings and the Free Island guys. And I'm just going to let them tell a bit about themselves, okay? What are you girls?
Well, there's not much to tell. Well, we
started the whole thing in lockdown.
Yeah. We fell down a YouTube rabbit hole of YouTube ghost hunters and paranormal explorers and stuff like that. And we were kind of, you know, oh, that has to be fake. No, that can't be real. And, you know, really skeptical. So we were like, we live in a town called Derry, and it's got like so much history, and it's got so much haunted history, and Ireland itself has so much history that we were kind of like, Mum will just go around our local areas.
Find out for ourselves.
Good stuff. I mean, the biggest, I think you've got to have a sceptical bit in you. I think I'm a skeptic as well as a believer, because I've never actually seen a spirit by eye yet. I've had a wee boy touch my hand, and I've heard the EVPs, I've heard the voices in the spirit box, and I've caught a dark shadow on camera and things, but I've never actually seen a spirit. Of yours?
Only editing
back. Not with me.
No.
I think I would probably drop dead before.
I think you probably would. To be honest. I mean, the last video they did, guys, they were in where she works, and it's an old theatre. Well, it's like a picture house, we call it in Scotland, a picture house, a cinema. And she went to the end of the corridor, and what was it, a noise or you seen something through the camera, I think, or you've guessed it, and you ran right back up the corridor. I was like, where's she gone?
Oh, no, I know.
I would definitely be more skeptical of it all.
Whereas I think you would have stood there and said, right, who are you, what you saying, what you doing, you know, and whereas Nicola runs, I think you would have stood and questioned it. But it's funny because that's what draws me to Haunted Finders, is these are serious in the fun part as well. So, you know,
we don't
about yourselves and that. Mr. Cat, haven't watched for days. So fed up with I know, it's just, well, that's why we do these podcasts, guys, just to take some time up at your day, and it gets these channels that are really good and they're fun, and it gets them out there to use to watch. You know?
I've found that channels like this are better than the mainstream ones that you watch.
When it's not normal people doing it,
we really appreciate that. You know, we've had a few people say this, oh, you are so underrated and stuff. And like, we're not blowing our own trumpet, but we do think we're putting out good content, and we're 100% being ourselves, and we're not lying about anything, you know. And I think that's what people enjoy about it. That's what people like about it, is that, you know, we're kind of relatable.
And you debunk things as well, and that's a big part of it. It's like you could so easily say, oh, like that K2 definitely made that noise there by a spirit. But whereas you're skeptical as well, you'll say, no, that was too close to that machine there, so that's what set it off. So you've got the balance there, which is a lot of people will only take that. The minute they see it sounds a bit of fakery, they'll just leave. I mean, you must have noticed that to get to 1,000 subs, I noticed they're over the 1,000 subs now. To get that high, it shows you that people are watching you, and that your honesty in things is paying off.
Yeah, it's a conversation we had at the very start. We said to each other, that's it. We're not lying. Like, you know, I don't care if we go to a location and nothing happens. We'll just go and nothing happens. You know, so.
Right. See, that's why I'll put the vlog at the end of my Drew's Paranormal, because what a video is what I'll put out. I'll put my headphones on and I'll listen to it through the app, and then I'll just tell you what I hear. And I put everything out. I don't even cut it or anything. I'll just put it out, because most of the times when we go somewhere, it's a nice area, so people like to see it, you know. So that's why I put the vlogging bit in my channel name, just so people know that it's not all going to be pure spirit talk. It's just, you know, what it is what it is. But your channel, I noticed that you do go to forests and things as well. Maybe you would like to tell us a bit about there as well. It's because I've noticed that Northern Ireland user fair, is it Ireland?
Northern Ireland, yeah.
I've noticed that the forest, that last forest that you went to, there's great potential in there, by the way. Did you watch that video back at the shadows and different things in it?
Shadows?
Was that Prahan Woods? Was that?
The woods one.
Yeah.
I think you should, maybe I don't know if you're allowed back or not now, but there's definitely a lot more activity in the woods than you pointed out. I'll try and go through it all ways on that video.
Yeah,
Just tell
do we?
me what I've
I
seen
don't
here.
actually know the shadows there, did we?
We didn't
Editing?
notice shadows editing.
I can't remember if it was your last one. I'm not that familiar with your channel yet to tell you if it definitely was that. But I will put it on. I'll go back your videos when we get
There
off,
was-
and I'll show you what I'm talking about and what video it is. I will comment on it because I'm not sure if it's the last woods you went to or before that. You know.
There was quite a few orbs seen in the haunted theatre.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
we're quite skeptical of orbs. Like
9 times out of 10, we would put it down to dust.
9 times out of
Yeah.
10 we put it down to dust. And especially as I said, the theatre that has been closed for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably quite dusty in there, to be
Yeah.
honest. But there is ones that if you look at it and kind of go, no, that could hardly be dust,
Like
so
the last one?
The last one we did
That
point.
one, yeah, the one that came out the wall that Kim, I think you pointed it out, or was it your guest that pointed it out? And it came right out the wall. Yeah, that was definitely an orb, that one. But I see where you are sceptical, and a lot of people are sceptical about orbs as well.
I'm not discounting them, but I'm just more skeptical of them than some people would be, I think.
Well, but a lot of people. I mean, I get the comments as well. Like that's dust, that's moisture. Do you know what I mean? But you put out what you see. You know what I mean? You can't just always say that's dust. That's if it's an orb to you, then it's an orb. You know what I mean? You can't doubt yourself as well. You've got to go with what you see and hear.
Yeah.
You know.
Of course,
Would you like to tell the guys a bit about where you work, Nicola, and tell us what you've all seen and heard, and tell them about why you picked that particular place to investigate?
Well, I work in, it's called the Waterside Theatre, and I've worked there for 7 more years.
Longer.
It feels a lot longer anyway. But I would be in there quite a lot on my own at night. And I mean, it's not the most pleasant experience in any building being in a building alone at night, but it's quite spooky in there, and especially for people who've watched the video, in the dressing room areas where you have to close up is
It could be, yeah. You can see the potential for it to be scary, definitely.
Oh yeah, and anyone I had talked to previously has always says, "Hey, what's wrong with those dressing rooms up there? I get really bad vibes." And in the one in particular, everyone is like, "Oh, there's something wrong up there." It's really
Feel
weird.
Right.
For me, my scariest experience in there was I was waiting for a show to start, and in the glass in front of me, I seen someone walk behind me, like the reflection of someone walk behind me. And I kind of I leaned over then. I thought it was the lighting guy coming to start the show. And I leaned over to chat to him, and there was no one there. And I said to him then, when he did eventually come in, I says, "Were you in here a couple of minutes ago?" And you can imagine what his answer was. It was no. He was.
I can imagine what your answer was as well.
So
have you had many experiences in the theatre? Like what, except for the ones when you're actually out paranormal investigating the place? And does your colleagues say that do they see things as well?
Yeah.
Ian is Nikki's boss, and he's even more skeptic than I would be. Like, what was the story about I've seen like a white figure through a door or something, and he opened the door and nothing was there. And he actually admit that, like, he
Does
must
it not have cameras or anything in it that you could see things back? Some workplaces have got like cameras in the hallways and things. Does it get anything like that?
There is, but I don't think there wouldn't be any in the actual theatre itself, so I wouldn't get any from like the dressing rooms and stuff. There must be ones. Yeah, I must ask him if he ever went back over the footage.
I think it was a few years that happened.
It's a few years ago, like it happened to him. But he's very skeptical, and it was when we were asking, "Look, can we go in and film?" He was kind of like, "Well, you know what? I've had, this thing happened to me," and he's like,
and Nikki as well. And
it's the same spirits. Do you find that it's the same spirits every time that you go and turn on a box? Do you feel it's the same people?
I think it is. The people would have called him. If you ask anyone in the theatre, they'll say his name's George, and I think that's just what we've all nicknamed him. But yeah, I don't know. The history behind the building is that it's on the grounds of an old workhouse.
Right.
So it's going to have.
So that's where a lot of the energy's going to come from then, isn't it? Because I noticed I think it was there you were talking to the spirit of a child as well. Was it there?
I think we were as well.
The workhouse is a huge location that we're still trying to get into.
Yeah.
So the workhouse right beside the theatre, like, is that kind of coincide with each other?
They're right next door to each other. The whole grounds where the theatre's on would have been all the grounds of the workhouse. There's flats in behind it as well. And when they were actually building the flats, they found mass graves of like paupers' graves of people who
obviously the workhouse. Then see, that's interesting, isn't it? Because that's obviously that where a lot of your questions will come from them for the spirits of that area is ready for the workhouse, that type of thing.
Yeah.
There's a horrible
investigate, guys.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, see the newer building, the newer bit of the building, the newer bit of the house, has there been any deaths in there? Like, just deaths? Ever reported?
Not that I'm aware. There could have been, obviously, with being an old factory and machinery and stuff like that. It's a history and looking into the history, I couldn't find anything definite or church factory, you know. But I must look into it and see if there was.
It depends on how old the place really was anyway, because a lot of the time some deaths didn't get documented. You know, so that's probably why the graves were found. That's why. So if the graves are found, chances are it's not going to be in a newspaper or on any document. You know? So that's where you'll need to rely on the spirits to tell you their story, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
That's why we do what we do. So, yeah. So what about anybody else that you've got, guys, you want to tell us about?
I think we've done like 35
videos.
There's
so many.
Let's talk about your favourite. Where was your favourite place that you've done so far?
Our favourite? We probably have different favourites, do you think?
I really enjoyed Cumber House, but is that yours?
I wouldn't say Cumber House was my favourite.
No, that's interesting, guys. See how you're a team that you know what I mean? Tell us about it. Even you go first, Kim, and tell us what your experience was.
Cumber House was I think it was our first location, wasn't it? It was definitely our first big location that we actually got access to, so that's why it was my favourite. And it was an overnight. It was our first overnight as well, and we brought Catherine there in the comments as my sister.
You're allowed to smoke on my chat, girls, if you smoke. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
So that was my favourite. Like, it was good crack the whole night.
So what about you, Nicola?
I quite liked Tully Castle.
Oh,
Tully Castle, yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen that one, but Tully Castle is in Fermanagh, and it was the site of a.
I haven't seen yours, but I think it rings a bell whether it be yours or maybe somebody else's. I'm not sure, but it does ring a bell with Tully Castle.
I think there was 70 people massacred there on Christmas Day or Boxing Day or something like that. And we caught a picture. We have a series of 3 pictures, and you can see a figure in the window, and they're in a different kind of position each time. So it's not just
right. That's good.
Walls, you know. You can see them coming down like a set of stairs. There's like they start up here and then they're down there and then they're like facing the cat. It was creepy. I must mind.
Well, kind of like what we caught then up at that castle, Chris, with Carmichael Castle, wasn't it? It was as if the spirit was walking down a set of stairs. That's what it looked like.
It was like a castle there that you had like a cellar that had been filled in, but you could see the steps. Where obviously, but you can in the video you can see as if there's shadow, but it's going down the steps. It was
walking down the stairs, even though it was filled in, wasn't it? It was interesting. Mm-hmm. So you'll probably find that. Listen, don't worry about your dog because usually it's nice. What I'm doing today, honestly, don't worry about the dog.
They were napping, they were sleeping there for, and now they've just like woken up.
That's what happens. My dog actually barks when the telephone rings. It's as if she's wanting to talk to the person on the other side. She's crazy, honestly.
Well, mine just sits and stares at the corner of the room, wagging her tail.
Cumber, there you go. One of your people are saying it was Cumber House.
Cumber House.
That's my sister.
So, Catherine, is your favourite Cumber House? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
That's because she was there. She was there with us. Come with us.
All right, okay, there you go then. Yeah, there you go. Cumber House was your favourite then. Right, what we're saying then, Shelley, we'll just look at chat, guys, and see what they're saying. Andrina, as you know, I should be in the UK and Scotland now. I know, Shelley, I know. Hopefully flight starts soon as I'm looking forward to coming and investigating. Yeah, Shelley, I wish there was. I know. I just don't know what to say. I was meant to go see Haunted Finders last week, so that's why I think they'll feel bad for me and they're coming on my show tomorrow. I'm so nervous, honestly. I just feel that they're too big for me. I don't know why they agreed. I know, everybody keeps saying that to me, I know. I thought I've got all the questions all lined up in a weird night.
Andrina could talk the hind legs off a donkey.
That's the problem. I could talk the hind legs off a donkey. I'm scared.
I'm just here for support, by the way. That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
I just don't like being myself on the channel. See, if I'm on myself, I start to like think, oh no, what we've got to talk about next. Whereas if Chris is there, I feel that it's balanced, you know.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I just don't know. Anyway, so I've got a couple of questions. If you want to ask a question, Chris, on you go, pal.
I noticed the area is quite close to the river. So, what was it like in that place maybe 200-300 years ago? Was it a busy kind of port? Did they use the river, as you know, bringing like textiles in and stuff?
Oh, that would be interesting.
So
basically what the workhouse put out.
Aye,
what did they do
that's
in the
what I was thinking.
workhouse?
Because I noticed across it a wee bit. There's like a big graveyard, and I'm
So
thinking
you
maybe
did
that's
the
got some.
research. Look,
He didn't even know what he was talking about.
so a graveyard. So that's what you were saying. There's actually a graveyard across it that it was.
Well, it's quite far across. I would say it was about a quarter of a mile, but I can see it for Google Earth.
That would be the big Craigan Cemetery, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Is that investigated in there?
Is that the
It
view?
makes you wonder.
Is that the view from the Waterside Theatre?
Yes, from above. So
Yeah.
I'm looking across the way.
What would be that? Right,
But what I was thinking is, you know how spirits like to wander. How do you know that they're not?
Well, that's
From
a
there.
possibility, Chris. That
Because
could be a
you know what I
good.
mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
They've definitely got a good wee location there for loads more videos, haven't you? Really, when you think about it, because there's could be a lot. Is any of you got abilities? Is any of the two of you got any abilities?
No.
Like sensing anything or any?
No, not really. No, I wouldn't say we do.
No, right. So you just go. I don't have any. I think I'm a citizen. I think I'm getting, the more I do this and go out to locations, I think I'm getting a bit more sensitive to energies and things, much like yourselves will probably be.
Yeah.
Because I've not got any gifts like that. Like I'm not a medium, I'm no psychic, and I think, but I do tarot readings and things like that. But that's because I'm a witch. I do all that as well. But I find that the more that I'm going to these locations, the more that I can pick up the energies. You know, much like yourself. Do you finding that?
no, I think it would freak me out if that happened.
Do you think so? Yeah.
I
just like the voices. Then is that what you do it for? Just to hear the voices and
I'm just purely doing it for like proof of the other side because I don't really believe.
it's there.
Mhm.
Trust me.
So that's interesting that you think you'd actually freak then if you've seen a spirit. Because I've always said that I'm the big brave one and I want to see a spirit. But what would I do if I actually did? You never know. I could run a mile.
Look, you can walk me anytime in a vault if you want. I'll do it fine.
Spirit.
See, that's like Chris, and that's much like me. I would do it, but the way I react if I did see a spirit would be interesting. So that's interesting you say that, Kim, as well, because you're much like myself then, because I don't know what I would do either. You've already seen one, Nicola, because you've seen the shadow behind you.
I think for me, it's like, it's easy. Before we started this, when I was on the building, it's easy to kind of leave it there, and that was it, and you just put it down to, oh, right, must have been something else.
Right.
But for me, when we first went into the Waterside Theatre, that was terrifying for me, because it was like, right, we're actually going in to look
like
out.
You're confronting something.
I know it. I don't know if you watched the very, very first Waterside Theatre video, and you can probably see.
I haven't, but I will be.
No, but I will tonight.
How nervous I was and how scared I was. I was just terrified.
Whenever we were out there the first time, we were in the middle of saying a prayer, and the door literally slammed shut on its own, which is why we don't do prayers anymore.
That's what I was just about to ask you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to ask you, if you do any protection prayers.
We did, and then the door slammed shut when we were halfway through a prayer.
Yeah.
Right, that's interesting. So do you think it will, I mean, I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about this, but I know in Northern Ireland there's a lot to do with Catholic and Protestant. So do you think maybe it was to do with the prayer that you used, the spirit took offence maybe to the religion of prayer?
Maybe it's the one I hadn't thought of at all before, actually.
You know?
That's just...
It's interesting. That's a good thought to put on it, whereas we would have went straight to, oh, it must be something bad and something demonic.
Yeah.
You know,
I understand that. Yeah, you do that. Well, obviously in the moment you would anyway, you know, because you get a fright, so you go straight to fear. But logically thinking, you would think, well, wait a wee minute, maybe it's just the right prayer for the area. Hello, that's the sensitive dog, isn't it?
That's
what's
the
his,
sensitive
what's his name?
dog. Charlie. He's called Charlie.
Charlie, he's Perry.
He just wants to say hello. Hello.
Yeah.
So where are you going to go in the future? What's your aim for the future, girls?
We have big plans. We in our local area, we want to do. It's a place called the Tower Museum. Have you heard of the Tower Museum on the Guildhall? So
No,
but look it up.
Like it would be big landmarks in the city.
Right.
I used to work in one of them and heard stories, and so they're run by our local council. So obviously Derry is massively famous for Halloween, and so they've allowed us access into those to make videos for Halloween. So
that's excellent. So that's something to look forward to, guys, for the girls' channels, some Halloween specials.
Yeah,
I mean, they're in 1,000 subs, folks, so they have got ads and things on their channel. If you would maybe do them a favour and watch a couple of their ads and things as well. I like to do that for a lot of them that's doing 1,000. I'll just run it all day long for these. I'll just put it on and I'll run it. So
thank you.
No bother. So where would you say you would investigate in the world if you could?
Well, we do have plans to go to America because of Winchester House and Queen Mary, the ship.
Good stuff. I'd love to investigate them there as well.
And Akira Forest in Japan.
Oh, no, that's a spooky one.
I know people have been.
I don't know if
I know people that have been there on holiday and went to the forest for a look, but you don't leave the path. You do not leave the path.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because people have been found hanging from trees and stuff.
See, I think that would freak me out more than seeing a spirit, to be honest, is actually seeing something like that.
You can't unsee it.
You can't unsee that. You're right.
I mean, that big YouTuber, that Logan Paul, he
shouldn't have done what he did.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, citizen. There's no religion on the other side as well. Yeah. That's true, I suppose, isn't it?
I'm just seeing my mommy and daddy are on.
Good stuff. Hello, Nicholas, mummy and daddy. Hello. How are yous?
We'll not embarrass them.
I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming.
They've been so supportive, you know.
Great.
Well,
my dad's a big skeptic, and my dad just does not believe whatsoever. So I've said to him, look, if you die before I die, then you better come and if you've got the ability to use a spirit box, you better use it. So he's been warned.
We have a word we're going to go. So if one of us dies first, the other one's going to go to like a psychic medium, and we've a word that.
Good stuff. That's good thinking. So it's like a keyword that you're going to know. That's good thinking. That we need to do that while we think of a word, right?
Don't worry, I'll just come back as your personal poltergeist.
Celtic. Shut up, you.
Oh, my
dad. Sorry.
I says, don't worry, I'll just come back as your personal poltergeist if you're still alive.
Well, my mother said that when I mentioned about coming back and giving me proof. She said that, of course I will, Andrina. I'll be there turning your lights on and off and everything. I says, you probably will too. That's the best it. She will come and freak me out.
You know where I would like to go in Ireland? Was where the Titanic was built.
Yeah, the pump house.
About Liverpool?
Yes. Yeah. No, it was built in Ireland.
I thought it was built
the Irish built it.
Belfast. Now you learn something new every day. Sorry.
No,
on the hoops, you've started them there, Kevin, saying more
No, Ireland.
We better keep it neutral, people, okay? We'll know I'll need to mute it.
One of the finest ships in the world. It's a shame what happened to it. But can you imagine doing a ghost hunt where that famous ship was built?
There's a local group here. I think Power Event they're called, and they run events, paranormal events. And I think they've recently done the Titanic house, which would have been near where it was built, I think.
Yes.
Right. Good stuff. Well, we'll see if you get any questions for the girls, folks. I mean, there's got to be a couple of NK fans here. You just want to ask the girls anything?
Shelley, my favorite device would be the REM pod or the cat toys.
There you go, Shelley's asking, right? There you go. Well, the REM pod and everything, they're all basically the same thing, aren't they? That's like the spirit comes in. But everybody's enjoying these cat balls, aren't they? So they're seeming to do the same thing as the REM pod, though. And who knew that this £350 you were to pay for a REM pod, that simple cat balls that flash, would do the same
£2 for a cat ball on Amazon.
I know.
And they did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And the ghost hunting shops are selling them.
The Playhouse would be good to go to.
That's another theatre in our town. And it backs on the old convent, and it's notoriously haunted by a nun.
Oh wow!
I was just going to say, I bet you that place is haunted.
So have you been there, or would you like to go there then?
I would like to go to the old convent and possibly the playhouse as well. It's high up on our list of local areas that we want to definitely investigate. We're just finding it hard to figure out who owns the buildings and stuff like that and access.
How long have you been actually doing this for? How long has your channel and things been up? How long have you been ghost hunting?
6 months. We only started in May.
Wow. Do you know something? That's probably because there's no, I don't know if there is, but see you and Dave, that's the only Irish channels I've seen so far pop up.
Well, I thought that when we first started, I was like, nobody does this here, so that's another reason why we started. But see, as kind of the months have gone on, we've kind of discovered these people here and these people here, and there's loads of like other investigators. But I don't think they make the YouTube channels, but they still go out and make do the paranormal investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're bigger than me, by the way. I've only got 479 subs.
Really?
I just know a lot of big YouTubers, much like Chris, and I'm for all that I've been doing this 5 years on YouTube, but I've only been investigating for a year when I met Chris online. He just stays in the next town over, basically, and we met on a mutual group. And Chris offered
I'm the driver.
because I drive. So Chris and
I
Tim.
said take her.
Says, do you want to take? I'll take you. That was like nobody ever takes me out ghost hunting. I've got all this equipment. I just run spirit boxes sessions in my house.
Yeah.
And Chris had watched a couple of my videos. He says, "I'll take you out ghost hunting." And then
Really?
that's when my channels took off because Chris has actually managed to take us out to places like castles and things. So
Yeah.
you
And I
know,
went-
that's interesting. And so do you think the one with the feet, it's not that easy. I've got really good editing skills as well. Who's the computer genius?
Me.
That
Nikki.
the way you do your videos, it looks so like professional, like something that Haunted Finders would do, you know?
I only started doing that when we started our channel. I'd be quite good with computers, and because my job is like I do light and sound in the theatre and stuff. So I
I
kind
can't
of
even share a link on here. I'm on my son's desktop and I can't even share a link on it.
yeah.
So that's
Put it
good.
away. I'm
Wow.
here. I'll do it for you.
But yeah, so I'm all I self-taught myself, you know, to kind of do it, and I
Good
kind of
stuff.
found another hidden talent. It's great.
Oh yeah. I just do all the editing on my phone. I just put the SIM card, this memory card in my phone or my tablet if it's working at the time. It depends if it's working.
We need
And
to
then
get
I
the new one.
just edit it for there through
You've got an iPad.
Video Shop. That's
Yeah.
all right. Chris, sorry.
You should have got an iPad. I tell you to buy one.
I know.
Get
I
one.
will get one eventually. Once I manage to get money and things. Shelley's gone to sub us. Thank you, Shelley. Shelley's great. Thanks. And you just want to ask, guys?
See, one thing that we just noticed before the live as well. Your YouTube name is Drew's Paranormal Vlog, and our merch Ghost is actually called Drew from an investigation we done.
Wow,
Hey,
good stuff.
And we noticed them today.
Right, excellent.
After one of our investigations, we started having like the odd weird thing happening in the house. So we nicknamed him Drew because he'd come home with us from somewhere.
Drew the demon.
Drew the demon.
I think I have watched that earlier. Then I got a phone call, and I had to stop that. That's the one where you kid on your cribs. The cribs opening the door, isn't it?
What's this one? What's
Yeah.
this?
No, I mean cribs say welcome to my home if you're a bit.
Yeah.
Cribs on TV. Do you never watch it? Cribs? No.
I'm all
It's like
fashioned.
see, like movie stars and things. You know what it is, don't you? You take
I
piss
know
out,
what you're
yeah.
talking about.
Right, okay. Well, the stars
watch
get like
YouTube
that.
all the
It's
time.
really interesting.
Yeah. Well, we only realised just before we came on. I went, I'm only realising the name of that channel's Drew's Paranormal. I'm like, Drew, like, you know, but
That's crazy, isn't it? There you go. Okay. So anyway, so these plans for the future, girls, what you want to do?
Well,
You go to America and
we won't jump straight to America. We'll probably go to Scotland actually, and
good stuff. So
Yeah.
that where in Scotland are you interested in? You got anywhere in mind?
Glam.
Glam Castle.
Glam
Somebody told us
Castle,
about Glam
Abbey.
Castle.
Do you know it, Chris?
I do. I've heard of the haunted tales that come from the castle.
We haven't heard
Wow.
anything about it. We were just talking to a friend of ours yesterday to say we're talking to you tonight, and she says, "Oh, ask them about Glam Castle. They should know about that." So,
Okay. Well, Scotland's full of castles. I mean, in this town alone, we've got a castle. Chris stays the next town over, there's a castle.
There's a castle over there.
Kitmerville's the next town down, there's a castle. They're everywhere in Scotland, so we are lucky. We are lucky.
Mhm.
We
So
should
have
do.
you managed to get 10 castles yet, as of yet?
sorry,
Sorry.
You managed to get to any castles as of yet?
we had Tully and Northburg were our two kind of castles here. But apart from
Have
that,
you ever felt the different energy that there is in a castle to the normal places that you go? Do you feel that? See, the next time you go, know that you are aware of it. Think of the difference between the energies. Try for knowing when you go. I know that I'm trying. You're a bigger channel than me. I'm not trying to tell you how to ghost hunt. I'm trying to tell you from a witchy point of view. when you go to these places, try and feel the energies, and then you will start to recognise it.
Yeah. To be honest, not until you kind of mentioned it.
Marco!
That's
Have
not
a
starting.
bit of a different vibe about them than the normal places. Especially at Tully Castle, we always go to our locations kind of during the day, so we can get some footage of the place and kind of get our and we're not fumbling about in the dark. And
Good.
we were up there and we were having a great time, and I was filming away, and then it started to get dark and the atmosphere just changed
Straight
like
away.
that, and all three of us at the exact same time went, what's that
There's
about? What's going on?
You noticed it, Chris, haven't you, as well, the different energy
What?
there is at a castle.
Oh, I was actually just going to say that because there's a castle on an island I would love to go to, and it's called Leap Castle. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's actually closed at the minute because I was looking up it for a location.
Ghost Adventurers went there, you know. I'm sure Ghost Adventurers, they went there.
Oh,
it's
right.
Because it's meant to have like demonic
Yeah.
stuff
And
in it, like, you know.
there's the Hellfire Club in Dublin as well.
That's right.
Ross Castle.
We were talking to Dave about that, weren't we? We were saying to Dave that us in Scotland, because there's a Hellfire Club in Scotland, and then there was somebody else in England would go live in England, and then somebody would go live in Ireland Hellfire Club, and it'd be interesting if we all liked up.
Yeah,
That interview, Dave, it'd be really interesting, wouldn't it? If we could all have a different investigator in each Hellfires Club and be alive, much like now. Then again, we would maybe conjure something we shouldn't.
Well, you can take it home with you because I've already got one.
Sorry, Chris, what?
I says you can take it home with you because I've already got one with me.
Well, Chris, tell the girls a bit about your guest.
What you mean, him?
Robert.
No, seriously. What,
No,
him?
Robert's in the corner.
Robert stands in the corner.
He's got
Is there the new?
got a spirit
No,
that
I'm
actually
serious.
does stay with him.
Yes.
Tell them a bit about it, Chris,
Yeah.
please.
Right now. He's there the new.
Do you want to tell the girls how it all came about?
Years ago, we moved into the house. Quick story: we moved into the house about 32 years ago. We first moved in. I had two other brothers. One of my older brothers, he's about nearly 50 now. He says to me one night, he says, I was walking past the house and I seen a man with a top hat and a cane standing at the window, right? We noticed stuff used to get moved about the house, right? Anyway, never told a soul. I never even told Andrina, right? I never told MD, okay? I've got a friend on here, her name's Luna Eclipse. She's a medium, right? And she says, well, we were doing a live one night, and she says, there's a man standing behind you with a cane and a top hat.
Wow.
And his name's Robert. And there's a
surprised
farm
Robert's
up
not
the back.
actually when the usually comes in.
There's a farm up the back, and that's where he came from. But where the house used to be, he used to stand here and look at, because I'm in a valley, in a hill area. So he used to stand here and look out into the valley. And I never told a soul. But you see, you can tell, because I've been doing a lot of ghosty stuff, I can tell when he comes into the room. You see the now?
You're just aware of
Chris is starting to get sensitive to his energy now,
I get
isn't he, Chris?
sensitive.
You can tell when he's around you.
I can see things, I can see orbs, I can see sometimes spirits and stuff like that. You see the now? It only comes when I do a live stream. It is,
There is a
seriously.
few sidekicks, because I am a witch, there is a few like witches who are in the chat most nights, so don't be surprised if they do comment that you've got a spirit behind you or anything like that, because there will be a few witches. Right, I got that. I will let you know if I get a comment about it.
We'll have got medium friends. We'll have got medium friends that will tell you if they see something behind you. They'll say, "Oh, there's a man standing in the corner playing a pair of bagpipes or something like that," but they will say that there is a guy there. He's here the new. I can tell he's here the new because it's usually lighter in the corner.
Hiya, Robert. Hope you're well, my friend.
I'd be on property, pal. Moving.
No.
He told me mum and dad only last week.
Okay. They've seen him but never said nothing. They said, "Oh, I've seen him. I've seen a man." but never seen it.
See, it just
My-
shows how
my
the
fa-
food
my fa-
family
My
could see
my,
him.
my mum says, oh, one night about 3 months ago, a man came in and sat in the bed, and that was him.
Yep.
I would be out of there.
So do you not think that would be interesting to have that gift to see actual spirits? I'd love it. We would.
I don't know.
I wouldn't want it. No.
I would.
So would I.
Kind of
I
like,
think it'd be great.
you know,
I
It'd
couldn't.
be good 'cause you could help them.
I would love to have a case for that fact of helping
Mhm.
people, helping spirits move on. But you know,
Right.
your time would probably never be your own. You'd get people, you know, or coming
Well,
to you all the time in the middle of your making your dinner and stuff like that. And, you know,
I mean, Luna, I don't even know if Luna's in the night or if any of I know there is a few psychics in the night. I don't want to shout you all
There
out,
was
guys,
one.
in case you don't want to be revealed, but
Yeah.
there is a few psychics in the night as well in the chat, so one of them could possibly see something behind you. Is the girl safe, guys, if anyone can see anything pop up?
I will literally move.
Maybe you better not. So, so going on for the future then, so that's the reason what I did. You build your channel up and get to American things and go to cool locations.
we
Stuff.
we've just been blown away with how well received our channel's been, especially in our hometown.
So quickly.
Yeah,
Quickly, as
because
well.
there's still a lot of Irish investigators out there, isn't there? No, I mean, no, that there might be hundreds for all I know, but I've only ever seen you and Dave's channel out there.
There's
So
another
it's great potential for you.
paranormal
Resident.
resident. He's
Right.
another good one to check out. On YouTube, we watch him.
Tipperary, isn't it?
He's from Tipperary, and he does a lot of. If you're into Irish castles and stuff, he has a lot of Irish castles on his channel and stuff. So
Definitely check him out because it's the castles I like.
Paranormal
The castles are
Resident.
good.
He's called.
paranormal resident. But yeah,
Maybe
Dave,
I'll definitely check him out.
Dave's
See,
great.
I'd watched a video of Dave's and yous were in it.
Yes,
Is that the way it worked?
Yeah.
So I'd watched that video and then I had said to him, why don't you put... So I assumed that you would wear a team. So that's hence why I thought I'd asked to interview you as well, because the video I watched, yous were in it. And I
that's
said, and ask the girls if they want to come on as well. And he says, well, Nicola and Kim actually are my teammates. It's just I think he's met up or something.
we did when we first started. Dave messaged us, and we've kind of just been back and forth since. And we always says, "Oh, will we go somewhere and investigate together?" And we went to Cairndoo. So, and he made a video, and we actually have a video of Cairndoo that night as well. So,
So it's interesting how the two of your channels then have kind of took off together then, isn't it? That's quite interesting.
we've kind of gone hand in hand and grown together. Dave is amazing. He is like so supportive and like
Dave's brilliant. He's much like you guys. He's got a great channel that he's down to earth, the same as yourselves.
Yeah.
So he's quite close together, or is it different parts of the island?
He's in Belfast and we're in Cheshire, but he's about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So
Right, so it's a fair distance then. It's not something right.
Good every week.
I know, Ken.
Ireland's
So
a beautiful country.
that is. It's much like Scotland, I assume, is it not? Have you ever been to Scotland, girls?
I was in Glasgow, I think, a long time ago. My dad, I think, took me to Glasgow, I think it was.
I have as well, but I was only 4, so I don't remember.
I've never been to Ireland, but I would love to go.
I've been from Stranraer to Belfast in the Sea Cat, and it was the
There you
most
go.
craziest. It was like a force 10 gale. The ship was going at the side like that.
Oh, yeah, that crossing can be quite one thing.
Wild.
Same as the Isle of Man.
I say it's much the same place though, isn't it? All that place. It's not the same sea anyway.
The Irish Sea. About the boat.
God.
You couldn't stand
That's my partner talking in the background, guys, for all the people that don't know. It's like the voice from beyond some days.
Have you ever got to do like a live stream, like a ghost hunt but live?
We have done one already, but we're going to do one coming up now because we said we would whenever we reached 1,000.
That'd be good. That'd be
Good
good.
stuff. Definitely share it on my group and things, folks. Definitely get them shared out when you get them up.
It's just finding the right location, you know, because you forget you have to think about things like internet connection and, you know, things like weather. Especially here, we're finding it like hard to get out at the minute. There's a couple of locations that are outdoors here that we want to do. But you're trying to battle the weather.
So where would you, if there wasn't a lockdown, where do you think we would all go then?
We had plans for the Hellfire Club, and that
I was injured.
You were injured, and lockdown happened, so we went down there. And Spike Island. Have you heard of Spike Island?
I've heard it.
I think it rings a bell, but I don't think I've seen a video there though. But I think I've heard of the place.
I think they recently unearthed tunnels there. So would love to get in and do them.
The Paris catacombs as well.
Well, thank you, Citizen, for popping in, pal. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, pal.
Let's see, Spike Island maps.
It's poor Shelley. She was meant to come to Scotland, and because of what's happening in the world, she couldn't come.
Oh God!
So she's finding it hard now.
How do
You will come eventually, Shelley. You'll be here. I don't think Scotland's gone anywhere.
Is it a ferry to the island?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it is a boat of some description.
Because I've just looked at it there, and there it's there.
Yep.
Oh.
So you'll need a boat.
That's quite good. It's quite big, isn't it? Put that back up, Chris.
They have a big museum and stuff there, so I'm assuming there are boats, and they put on boats over and back.
I assume there'll be a couple of boats leaving every half hour or something. That looks like
a fisherman. You get a fisherman some money. He'll take you out and leave you out there, you know.
Yep.
Thank you, Kevin. Check out Age of Darkness as well, Kevin. Would you please, Chris? Chris does his conspiracies and things as well. He's an individual charity. Thank you.
On a Saturday or a Sunday, I do like most paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Which is
Kevin was born in Scotland, Rosyth and Fife. There you go.
That's my daddy. He was
your dad. Cool.
Yeah.
So you'll maybe understand me a wee bit then, Kevin.
A wee bit.
I know Shelley has trouble. I keep forgetting I need to talk nice and clear until I see Shelley. Then I think, right, I need to talk clear so Shelley understands us.
We have a few people from America who watch our videos too, and we've got really conscious of how we talk, and because we know we talk really, really fast and
dairy slang,
and so we just
it's mostly because of Scotland, isn't it?
I can understand.
Because we get it as well. I can understand you, fine.
That's good.
I've got family at stay.
I
can understand you, fine. You understand us, okay?
Yeah, we can.
I know I do. I got a couple of comments on my videos saying I love that accent. Do you get that as well?
A lot of people love the Northern Irish accent. I love the Irish accent.
Whereas me personally, I would think my voice in the Scottish accent would put people off. Whereas it seems to draw people in. Do you find that as well?
We see since the TV show Dairy Girls, people just love the Dairy accent now.
Well, there's that big murder in America, no? So a lot of people will look up NK on YouTube because he was. Did you know about the murder? But NK was the mistress.
No.
The big murder in America 2 years ago, where the guy Chris Watts had killed his pregnant wife and 2-week girls, and the mistress was NK. That's what everybody nicknamed her on YouTube. So everybody was googling like YouTube NK to see who the mistress was. That was their initial. So a lot of the videos, if you Google NK, will come up about the Chris Watts murder.
Oh.
It's recently back on Netflix. I was actually watching it the other day.
Yeah, there's a Netflix documentary coming out about it. So your wording's been really good as well, and that's been really good. That it's been coincidence, obviously, you didn't know, but you know, I'm just thinking, like, because I do look at the analytics to see what word searches. If you look at your analytics on your studio, it'll show you. Like, so that was one of the things that I came up with the most popular tag. You know,
that's what we use TubeBuddy as well to kind of do that whole check what tags they put in and check all those.
I've only recently heard about that. That's quite good. That gives you suggestions or something for your tags. It works.
Yeah, it gives you suggestions for tags, but it also lets you know, like, if your title is like if it's per, it gives you like a score and stuff. So basically, it gives you a score out of like how often things are searched like that, and how many how much.
So like a more in-depth studio, then that's really cool. That I need to try that one. I think I did actually download. I think I did download that ages ago, and then I ended up deleting it. But it sounds as if I maybe didn't give it a chance.
Everyone says use it for your analytics and for your doing your descriptions and stuff like that. If you just watch a few videos on YouTube, they'll show you how exactly it works. So it's great. Yeah.
Thanks for the tip.
I usually go into Google and I look for the most searched word, because you can do that.
Yeah.
And I did a video last week called the Illuminati, and I had about 38 people watching in my life.
Oh,
because I did the Illuminati.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. See, that's quite clever, though, isn't it? Just shows you how your wording is everything. You know. So that's interesting. I'll look at some other questions. So, have you ever had a pull to an area, like where you have either went to an area and you have felt pulled to it, or you haven't been yet, but you feel so pulled that you have to just know you have to go? You understand where I'm coming from. It's like the Witches Woods that Haunted Finders go to. I'm just so drawn to that area. I must have watched the Witches Woods videos 100 times each because I'm just so drawn to that area.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm asking you, is there any where the user drawn to want to go?
We really, really, really want to get under the convent in Pump Street, and I kind of feel now that it is a draw. It's drawing me there. That's you know what I mean. And also Boom Hall. Boom Hall was our very first video, and I think we were kind of really drawn there because we actually went back as well.
I would say Falmore for me. Even though me, Nikki, and my sister Catherine was at Falmore and we did film. We do have a video, but we all left because we just freaked out, which never ever happened, and we all just easy. But we are back to watch. We're going to go back tonight.
We don't think we're done with that place yet.
So that's what I would excuse me. That's what I would consider the pool then, obviously, because you have went there and you have maybe either got frightened and you have left. So you feel as if you've got unfinished business maybe there. Is that the way you're kind of feeling?
Yeah.
That's the only place I stopped. I stopped the blind spirit box there as well, which I never did.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
You'll from our videos, Kim never gets freaked out, and like I always say, right, if Kim's freaked out, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah, that's well. I've kind of noticed it. Kim's the one that doesn't get freaked out as much. That's interesting, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get any questions you want to ask the girls, Chris?
I was going to ask, have you ever thought you brought something home that you shouldn't have? What I mean is if your spirit ever attached itself to you.
I used to watch your video.
That would be Drew. That we named him Drew.
Yeah.
Right.
Stuff was happening like the TV in our room. We have an ensuite, so I was going on to the bathroom. He tapped the TV and it was off. whenever I came back out of the bathroom, it was on. And I just thought that one of the dogs stood on the remote, but when I found the remote, it was in the top drawer. So the TV was randomly on. Like, what else?
Yeah.
Loads of other stuff.
I've been in this room editing away, and I've thought I've heard Kim. Kim has a habit of pranking me and jumping out and scaring me, right? So like several times I've been sat here and I've been going, he's out there standing waiting on me, and she's
Right.
going, I can hear footsteps on the landing, like creak, like really soft creaks, like somebody sneaking along. And then I've gone, Kim, I know you're out there going to scare me. And I hear her shouting from downstairs, what are you shouting about up there? You know, so, but the last, that kind of happened for about 2 to 3 weeks. And then whoever was here obviously was like, no, I'm not living with them two anymore. See you later.
That's interesting. Did you maybe go back to a location and you maybe find that the spirit went back with you? Was there somewhere that you had been that you went back to that maybe the spirit went back there with you?
Maybe.
Around that time, I thought it came from the highest house in Derry because we actually caught a black figure on camera.
I think that's how it's titled your video, is it not? I think that's what it's titled.
I think it came from there, but we didn't go back. So,
we never went back there.
But we did do an investigation and here then to try and contact it, and it left.
Yeah.
See, I did watch that video. That's the one I get halfway through, I think, and then I get interrupted.
I suppose if it's not doing you any harm, can't I mean?
No.
It's like mine, you know, mine just hangs about, right? I don't know if he's here half the time, I don't know what he's up to, but anyway, if he doesn't do you any harm, there's no really, unless it's a demonic force that actually follows you home. You walk in, it's like the film Poltergeist, and your dishes are flying around about you and stuff, then...
Right, Shelley, thank you for coming. I think most of the time spirits don't want to scare us anyway. They just want to talk, don't they?
Yeah.
There was only once that something bad really happened, and it was you got scratched. Remember?
I got scratched, yeah.
Where was that, girl? Just want to tell us about it?
It was with Dave. It was that video with Dave. We were standing at these stairs in the house in Cairndhu House, and these stairs, an investigator got pushed down them or something.
Right. I know what you're talking about. I can remember the video.
Yeah.
There was a lot of activity there. The REM pod and stuff was going off, and then she, the back of her neck, she got scratched.
I started to feel that itchy there, and I was like, geez, what's that? And it was kind of like just a bit red, and I'd had like kind of scratch on my. It wasn't deep or anything like that.
But you could tell someone definitely touched you.
Someone had touched me, and straight after I went, I think someone, and straight after that we heard a big bang from upstairs, and then the cat ball went off, and someone else went off. It was kind of just like,
I love all the old ruined churches in the Highlands and the interesting gravestones, skulls and crossbones and the like in the ruins, like Castle Tyoram. I don't think I'm saying that right.
I've heard of that one. I think
Tyoram. Did I take that away too quick, girls? Sorry.
Tyoram.
Have you been there? Do you know where it is?
No, I don't know.
Interesting.
One to look out for.
Sounds interesting.
Where's it?
My dad's saying the 720, Nicky.
That's a bar in Derry. It's a pub. There's a few pubs in Derry that have about like haunted legends attached to them, and we actually have plans to do a series in them. So we're teaming up with some local musicians, and we're going to go ghost hunting with the local musicians in the bars that they play in. So
that would be good.
Obviously, COVID put a bit of a halt on those plans. But
whenever you do it, just pop the links up. Welcome to pop them up in our chat. groups and things, girls, at any time. And the videos that you've got, even just pop them up.
Yeah.
Aye, so what? Anything else you want to add?
Um,
You want to add any? Maybe throw out your channel again and things. Age of Darkness has done it. He's on top.
he's on
He's
it.
on Instagram and things as well. Twitter. Did you
I'm well
mention
trained.
Twitter?
We're on Twitter and Instagram, and we've Halloween merch coming out as well soon.
Aye, so keep an eye on that. Yeah,
That'll
Definitely.
be good.
yeah.
That's
Are
what-
you doing a live? Are you
We
doing a
are
live at the
gonna
Halloween?
go live. We're probably not going to go live at Halloween. Well, we don't know. To be honest, because our plans are kind of all up in the air at the minute with COVID. So
I don't know what's going to happen. That's it, isn't it? Hopefully.
We've got a lot of extra content coming over the Halloween week, more than we would normally post.
Right, good. Well, watch it for that then, folks.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to add?
not that I can think of.
Locations that you want to talk about or anything?
What? Do you have any locations?
I think we already covered the landmarks in Derry, the biggest ones
Yeah.
that we want to get into, and the ones that we are getting into.
Is it? Oh, I've got a question. I just popped up. Is there anywhere you would never do?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so. No, I always try to be open, so I don't think
Possibly
that
Akagira Forest. As much as I would love to go, I don't know if I ever would.
we want to go, but I don't know. I think it's more. Kim's terrified of spiders, so
Well, that's my daughter.
Big ones in Japan.
That's why she will only come anywhere that involves a forest with me because of the spiders that drop off the trees. So I understand that one.
we also would love to go to the Paris catacombs.
Aye.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
It's getting doing them now because they're all sealed off.
I don't know if we'd go to the illegal ones.
We wouldn't fit under
We
the
wouldn't fit
illegal
under.
ones.
I don't think I would either. Don't worry. I don't think Kenny the Fourier would, so don't
I
worry
know
about it.
I know people that have been to the museum.
In Paris.
I know people that have been
Thank
to the
you,
ones where all the bones are all stacked up.
Yeah.
You can actually go as a tour and they see all that stuff.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the legal ones and the illegal ones. But I don't know.
I don't fancy being in a jail over there where I don't speak English.
Or don't speak French.
I don't speak French.
Oh, that would be. I'd end up in the
Bonjour.
cell, so I would. I know.
That's me.
That's all I know yet.
You just keep saying that.
There's a long house overlooking the beach there, Catherine. That would be fantastic to live. I think it's somebody in the chat. Overlooking
Mr.
the
Cat.
castle. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it?
I swear.
I think that's my favourite locations is castles, definitely. I think that's my favourite. It's
I
castle.
love castles as well, yeah.
It's where?
Long cave.
Is Long Kesh still open? Whatever that may be.
That's an old prison, isn't it?
No prison.
Is it still open?
It's still open.
It's shut,
I don't
isn't
think
it?
so. I think it's shut. But
It's closed.
You ever go to Cash?
Well, there my partner asked you a question. Would you ever go there?
we've never gone there, no.
We
No.
would.
So I think that'll be open to investigation then if it's now closed as such.
Maybe it's something I actually never thought about it. We thought about Kilmeenan jail,
Right.
but because I think they do actually do haunted tours, so it might be easier to get in there.
See, we've got Jedburgh jail in here in Scotland. Is it Jedburgh or is it the other one? It's Jedburgh, isn't it? I'd love to go there. Oh, and Inverary, that's what it is. Jedburgh's in. I'll get mixed up with my words. As I've said, I'm much like you, Nicola. I get mixed up. So it's either one or the others in Scotland and one's in England.
Nicola, tell her she's a cheeky bitch.
Inverary jail, sorry, is in Scotland. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm worse than you in my memory. Sorry, that was a bit of an insult because I'm bad with words.
That's all right. I have to go something. How do you know that?
I do try. Sometimes I have to sit and do that with my mouth so I give people a chance to talk.
There, someone says that, or my mum says that they think the Long Kesh is a museum now.
Right, I'd be interested to go to them girls. I could quite like to see that.
There. Then if it is like it's still standing and stuff, so
See, I'm under the impression that I'll never really probably get to Ireland to investigate, so I'm kind
we
of
could go
wanting
to
you
Ireland.
to go to these places for us, you know?
Yeah.
So,
We could go to Ireland. We just go on the ferry.
well,
Drive
maybe one day we will, and we'll definitely meet up if we do get to go.
come here and
If we go to Scotland as well, sure we could meet up and do a collab video.
yeah, we can do a video together.
Definitely. And you are welcome to crash in my living room. I tell it to everybody. If COVID providing or goes away, of course.
That's,
You're welcome to
I
stay
think we're
here.
in for
Not
this
a
long
problem.
haul.
Oh, there's my daddy's reminded us about the tunnels. There's tunnels under Derry as well.
Right.
Under the town.
They would be awesome.
Interesting.
Sunday. Again, trying to find out. I've been moved back and forth from people. One person's telling me to go, you have to talk to that person, and the other people saying talk
Well,
to
at least you've got all these places lined up is the main point, that you have got more locations out there that you want to go to. And everybody understands that nobody can really get out there now anyway investigating. So that's why we're kind of doing podcasts instead of investigations. It's just try to kind of help each other grow and talk and get to know each other while we can get out. So we understand that these places you haven't been to yet, but you do want to go to.
The list is just getting longer, longer.
And then, as I said, post them in the groups when you do get to go. Post them up.
Oh,
I'd love to see them.
Definitely.
Definitely love to see more of the island.
If you send the links to Gina here, I'll post them in my page on Facebook where all my subscribers are, and they'll be able to check you out.
Therefore, girls. So, is there anything you want to say before I let them go, guys? Anything you want to ask? Just pop it up on chat.
I'll post the link again to the channel.
Brilliant.
I post the link. Thanks, Chris.
You see her? I'm trained.
She said that she thinks it's a museum now, that Jill Wally. That's that's Claire. It's Nicola's mum. So is it alright to call you Nicky then?
I am Chris and Nikki anyway, so yeah.
Right, okay, that's great, Nicky. I don't know where I've picked the Nicola up for them.
No, it was just Bobby Sands and all that.
Oh, don't even start.
I would like to.
Well, actually, I don't know if we can say this. Well, we had an interesting. I just heard your husband saying about Bobby Sands.
Right.
In one of our last locations, it used to be funeral directors. It's a pub now, and it used to be a funeral directors. And apparently, according to stories, one of the hunger strikers was brought to the building when they had died. And we done a bit of digging. Now, I'm not going to say names or anything like that. We deliberately kept it out of the video. Through the spirit box, we got the name. At the time, I hadn't realised, I didn't know the person's name. And it wasn't until doing a bit of research afterwards that I realised, oh God, that name came up on the spirit box. So
it was the
but for whatever reasons, we kept it out of the video. We have to be careful here.
I think Mike had that. Is it Mike? Then I'll even forget his name. Dave. Mike, I'm calling him now. I think Dave had that problem as well. I think it was music he had tried as a temptation for the spirits, and I think he got a bit of reaction as well. So that's interesting. He's got that as well, to an angle to come from. But he's obviously kind of put these type of videos out though.
We just cut it out of the videos, that part of it, but it's more for us as well that we know what happened, so it's more personal.
Good. Well,
exactly.
That's it. It's evidence for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, Oracles. We're just going to be gone in 5 minutes, missus. You've just walked in. Hiya. This is that. I'll re-explain for you, Oracles. This is JKHAUNTINGS for Ireland. I'd really like you to check them out. They're down to earth with us. Well, bloody lighter again. Here, just keep it. It's my lighter took off me now. I lost it. I'll not even get it back. Thanks, Kevin. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm just me. I just chit chat away, and hopefully people will talk back. That's just that.
Never thought so.
Oh, shush you. His opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll go ghost hunting again. It'll not be long. I don't think. Only another 9 months.
I know.
You need to hurry up, Chris, because she's really getting on my nerves.
I'm quite lucky though because
You need to
Birkwood
take her
is
away from me.
Birkwood is just at the end of my road. Birkwood Castle is a location you'll see a lot on my channel, and it's because it's practically at the end of my road. It's about a 5-10 minute walk, if that. So it's easy and it's quick. If I think I need to get a video out, or I need a break for this shit, it's a good walk.
That's what the tour is for us. It's kind of one that we can go back to, and it's literally down the road from us as well. So
That's good, isn't it? No, it's good to have these locations anyway, girls, isn't it? But I'm glad that you've got a lot of plans for different places in Ireland because I really would like to see Marriott. As I said, there's no much out there that I've saw.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know that I appreciate you putting these channels, a bit of Ireland out for us all.
well, thank you very much.
And I hope that you hope you all subscribe, guys, because they've got a unique way of investigating.
I'll post the link to their channel up on my page once we end the live.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to go and say goodbye anyway, if that's all right, girls, and I'll go get my son all settled because he's brutal, and this is brutal and all.
Don't worry, we'll take them out ghost hunting. We'll lock them in a vault somewhere. You know?
Aye, that's what we'll do, definitely. We'll go back to Greyfriars. We've been investigating Greyfriars for a while there in Edinburgh, but unfortunately we're not allowed to investigate there anymore due to some camera activity, we will just say.
Mm.
Okay.
And I'll tell you offline about that one.
Right.
Well, girls, thank you everybody for coming and joining us. And I do hope you subscribe. And thank you, Chris, for sharing the screen with me yet again. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. I'll see you all later then. Thanks for turning
Take care.
up.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.